You also know, guys, it's Houston Sports Hub back in the video today, and today we're going to be previewing the Houston Rockets matchup against the New York Knicks, as the Houston Rockets have lost their last two games and are now at 19-20 after two blowout losses to the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Rockets look to bounce back against the New York Knicks. This should be a great opportunity for the Rockets, with the New York Knicks potentially shorthanded with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart as game-time decisions. This will be a really entertaining game for the Houston Rockets, and even will have themselves at a game where they will go up against a former center in Isaiah Hartenstein. I believe there's one or two other players on this New York Knicks roster that have played for the Rockets in the past, if I'm not mistaken. But this Rockets team, I think, will be eager to get back on the win column after losing the last two games and losing the last two games how they have done it. Sure, they have been terrible on the road this season at 4-14, but I really believe the Rockets will put themselves in a situation to get back on the win column tonight. They have now fell out of the top 10 in the Western Conferences. They have fell to 11 in the Western Conference, which it has never been that bad with the Rockets this year, where they've fell all the way to that seeding. Sure, Rockets were 0-3 to start the year, but after they figured things out, they've never been that low in the standings. So this is the lowest they've been in the standings in the West in a while, and hopefully they can get back on the win column tonight. But this Knicks team is looking to potentially be very shorthanded without Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, who are both game-time decisions. Mitchell Robinson's been out for a while and looks like he'll be out till April. For the Rockets, Tari Easton remains out, and Victor Oladipo, of course, will miss another game, so that's not a surprise. He's not gonna even play a game for the Rockets. The Rockets are gonna use him as a trade deadline piece, and he'll get traded away to wherever that will be. But Reggie Bullock Jr. is a game-time decision in this ball game. We'll see if he is available. It depends. Sometimes you might see him go out there for at the most 8 to 10 minutes, but sometimes he has found himself reliable for the Rockets, but sometimes he has found himself to be terrible for the Rockets. So we'll see if he's available and if he does anything for the Rockets, although I doubt he plays in this game, although he has played for the New York Knicks in the past, so maybe he does check in this game to face his former team. Let's go over starting lineups. The Rockets, no starters injured in this game. Dylan Brooks will be good to go, so don't have to worry about him. Point guard, Fred VanVleet. Shooting guard, Jalen Green. Small forward, Dylan Brooks. Power forward, Jabari Smith Jr. Center, Alperen Sengun, unless any late scratches happen or late injuries, any late injury adds for the Knicks. So here's the starting lineup that will be if Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson do not play. Point guard, Miles McBride, and shooting guard Dante DiVincenzo, small forward OG Anunoby, power forward Julius Randle, and center will be former Houston Rocket Isaiah Hartenstein. If you end up getting Jalen Brunson in this game, if he does play, point guard Jalen Brunson, shooting guard Dante DiVincenzo, small forward OG Anunoby, power forward Julius Randle, center Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein's been playing great basketball. The Rockets did let him go a couple years back, and that's a decision, even though we have Alperen Sengun, I regret. Sure, Alperen Sengun is our franchise player. He is going to be something great, but Hartenstein could have been a good backup center, and that's why I regret this, because as good as Sengun's been for us, we need a backup center bad. That's something we need, and we need a good rebounder too. Sure, Sengun is great, but I think we need some rebounding help, and we need a backup center. And I just, if we didn't let Hartenstein go, him and Sengun as a center duo would be unbelievable. Obviously, Hartenstein would come off the bench, but those two, we'd be a better rebounding team. That for one thing, we'd have better size, and that's a move I think the Rockets have to regret, even though the front office and the coaching, those are two things that have changed since we let him go. So when we let him go, Daryl Morey was still the GM, Mike D'Antoni was still the head coach, but I feel like that's something that I still regret the Rockets did. But let me know your thoughts on this game going into this one. I don't even want to make a prediction because I try to go ahead and say, oh, the Rockets are going to get this win on the road. The Rockets are 4-14 on the road. I'm not going to make any predictions for this one. I'm just going to say I hope the Rockets win, and I'm not going to tell you guys we lose because I'm not going to have any bad spirit to the team. But I will say I'm feeling better about potentially getting a win if Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart don't play. But with the way the Rockets have struggled on the road this season, nothing is guaranteed on the road. We almost lost to the Pistons on the road. We are a different team when playing on the road. At home, we're great. We're 15-6, and we play unbelievable basketball at home. If every game this year could be at home or in Denver, where we have won 2 games this season, or no, my bad. We only won 1. If every game could be in Houston or Denver, where we've won 1 game in Denver, and Jalen Green, who's played terrible on the road this season, has had 2 of his best games of the season, we would be a much better team. But that's the part of basketball. You're not gonna get every game you play at home, and that's why you got to learn to be a good team on the road. And the Rockets unfortunately have not been able to get that so far. And I will say, yes, the Rockets have had some hard games, some hard schedule off the road. I mean, look at the last 2 games against the 76ers and the Celtics. But the Rockets have to start to learn how to get some wins on the road and not just get wins at home, because we only have 4 on the road this season and we have 15 at home. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out. Go Rockets.